Cancer, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot, and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of April 10th through the 16th. This is for Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, and Cancer Rising signs. All right, Cancer. So at the bottom of the deck, I do have the Empress. Wow, very nice. So for you Cancerian women, you actually could be very fertile. This is that very fertile energy. So if you've been looking to conceive, if you've been trying to conceive, definitely give it a go this week. For some of you, you are conceiving. You could be finding out that you're pregnant this week. For some of you, absolutely. And then for some other Cancerian women, it's a great time to give birth to new things, start new things. I know Mercury's in retrograde, but this could be the very early stages for some of you. You could be having like an amazing idea. You could be working on a creative project. You definitely could be giving birth to something new here. This is some great energy to work with. And then, you know, some other people around you, Cancer, might find you to be incredibly attractive with the energy of the Empress. You're incredibly creative, but also, you know, energy-wise, you know, this is a very beautiful woman. So people around you finding you incredibly attractive, absolutely. There's a lot of very passionate, strong, fiery energy here in this spread. With the overall energy being the Seven of Wands, this is what I call that warrior spirit. But this is also very passionate, courageous energy here. So some Cancers, you know, you're coming through incredibly passionate, very, very passionate this week. There's something that you want. I think there's something that you're manifesting. With the Seven of Wands, yes, of course, some of you are ready and willing to fight for it. You might be a little defensive. You could be defending what it is that you're maybe starting or what it is that you're manifesting. But then for some other Cancerians, this is you just literally not about to quit. This is someone who is standing firm with what it is that they want, and they're not backing down. They're not about to compromise or settle or give up. This is someone who really is going after what they want. Of course, it can be someone who's standing up for themselves or standing up for their beliefs. I'm not really getting that too strongly for many of you. I think this is more of a little bit more of a stubborn energy, but also someone who's incredibly passionate and courageous, because I see you manifesting. You're manifesting. You're giving birth to something new. For those Cancerian men, you're incredibly creative. You have some great energy to work with now. We have the Ace of Wands here. So this could be like a creative project, a creative endeavor. For some Cancers, you're starting your own business. Of course, for other Cancers, you're finding out that you're pregnant with the Empress and the Ace of Wands. There could be some other Cancers that you're getting into a relationship. But this is with the Six of Wands here. This is success, and this is victory, and this is you really, really confident, coming through very, very strong, very passionate, very confident. But you're manifesting something new. So you're proud of yourself. You're just feeling really, really good this week, feeling quite accomplished. For some of you, you could be landing a new job. Maybe you're being promoted. This could be some sort of recognition that's coming to you. You know, from the company that you work for. I'm definitely getting for some of you, you could be starting a family. For those coupled Cancers, you could be starting a family, or you could be expanding your family. This is you maybe finding out that you're pregnant. We have the Four of Wands underneath the Ace of Wands, and this is my happy home card, and it very much represents family, marriage. I think that some of you are expanding your family. And then for some other Cancers, I think that maybe you're moving house. This Ace of Wands can be a new home. This is like an exciting new adventure for some of you, because we have the Nine of Pentacles sitting next to the Four of Wands. So this definitely can be some of you moving house. For other Cancers, you could have just literally landed a new job, or maybe you received some sort of promotion, and this can honestly be a well-paying job, a really nice position with a 9 of Pentacles. This is, you know, that financial security, that stability. And really now for some of you on the financial front, you're in a really good place. This is you living comfortably. You know, all of your needs are met here financially. A lot of stability. If this is a new home or a new job, or even you being promoted, this perhaps could be a position or a home that you're going to be living in, or a job that you're going to be working for many, many years to come. The 4 of Wands speaks of longevity. So this is really, really nice. I see many of you just in a really stable place. This is what you're moving towards. For some of you, this is the very early stages of this, but this is what you're manifesting. For some of you, you are walking out on a new path with the Fool here, but maybe you do have to take some sort of risk or some sort of leap of faith with the Fool. So this is a new beginning, but it will require risk for some of you, but this is a risk that you want to take. With Death here, this is quite interesting. So this is great change. This is transformation. So for some of you, maybe you're leaving a company and you've landed a new job with a new company, because with Death, something is ending, but then there's always a new beginning. So something ending within your life. It also can come up when there's a move, you're moving house. It's the death of the old residence and you're moving to the new residence. And then for other Cancerians, this is some sort of great change that you're going through. And it's happening. So for some of you, maybe you've had to fight for this. Maybe you really had to, you know, stay firm with what it is that you want and not really back down. And because, you know, you've been coming through so passionate, this is why you're now manifesting. With the 7 of Wands, you know, sometimes I feel like this card gets a bad rap because, you know, as long as you are, you know, courageous, and as long as you do stand firm with what it is that you want, you will be successful. So, you know, great energy to work with when you're trying to manifest. And we have the Hierophant here. So again, for some of you, this is a new company. For other Cancers, you know, this could be you moving house with the Hierophant in the World here, and then the 4 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles. This is you moving house. You're signing maybe those documents this week with the Hierophant here. Because with the World, this can represent travel. So for those of you that are moving house, maybe you're moving a far distance away from where you live right now. You could be moving across the globe. But also for many of you, you know, you're maybe finally completing a long chapter within your life. And I always say with the World, you know, it requires patience because you're easing out of one chapter, easing into the next chapter. But this is very positive because we have Death here and also the Empress as well. I think that things are really starting to happen for you guys. I know that, you know, you're definitely one of the signs, Cancer, that you've been waiting a long time, many of you, to be able to manifest. You know, you've been waiting for this change to come through, and this is really happening for you now. So these are some amazing energies to work with. For some of you, yes, you're going to have to maybe take some sort of risk, but just know that, you know, you have a lot of just beautiful energy around you, your angels, your guides, definitely guiding you through this process. This is definitely a process for many of you. So keep the faith, remain positive. There could be a Scorpio, there could be a Taurus. That's quite significant. Death represents the sign of Scorpio. The Hierophant represents the sign of Taurus, and then the Empress does as well. The Empress represents Taurus and Libra for me. But this is wonderful. This is wonderful. You have some amazing energies to work with. I definitely see some Cancerian women conceiving. So if that's something that, you know, you've wanted, definitely give it a go this week. But I also see some of you finding out that you've conceived a child this week. So that news could be coming through for you. I just see many of you honestly in a really, really good place. It's going to be an amazing week for you. Definitely many of you going through some great change right now, and there's new beginnings. There's some exciting new beginnings that are going on for many of you. So on the financial front, Cancer, I think it's going to be a wonderful week for you. Emotionally, you know, I think it's going to be a wonderful week for you. I don't see you really emotional this week. I see you actually coming through more fiery and passionate than anything else. And for those of you that are in a relationship, I think it's just going to be an amazing week for you energy-wise. Very passionate week for you and your partner. All right, additional guidance for Cancer. Additional guidance for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know? You know, for those Cancers that maybe you had some sort of legal matter going on, or maybe even something going on with the government, that all could be coming to an end as well. And there's you know, a very favorable outcome here when it comes to that. All right, so we have 2 cards that just popped out for you. Wow, very nice. We have Maya. Schooling and study and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. So for some Cancers, maybe you're going back to school. For those of you that have just landed a new job, you might be required to maybe take a class or some classes, something like that. But schooling, study, and education are going to be very significant. And then we also have Ray. Yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being, peace of mind, and spiritual growth right now. So for some of you, just make some time to exercise, definitely. If you don't like to do yoga, that's fine. Spirit is just simply asking you to pay attention to your health. Also, you know, maybe take some time to meditate or something like that. For some of you, you maybe need to quiet your mind. But I think it's going to be an amazing week for you, Cancer. So I do hope that you found this reading helpful. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, Cancer, okay? I do wish you a wonderful week. Take care.